second week of February. I think it's 11th of February. We're at Stokes Bay for round 2 of the last cast Saloon League. I did quite well in the first round. Tonight could be quite peggy. This is quite shallow, this section, and the tide's out at the moment. So we're fishing 7:30 to 11, but it's not high tide till midnight. So we're starting off with quite low tide, with not a lot of water. So I've already started. I've hit that as far as I can. But it could be difficult tonight because it's been very calm lately. So the dogfish might not turn up. The whiting is starting to thin out. Should be still a few little ones about. So if I'm going to start off at distance because it's of that shallow water, see if I can get as much depth as I can. But I've also brought a scratching rod with me. So when the tide does come up a bit, I can come close with size 8 hooks, little tiny baits, keep moving it every couple of minutes. Got a very light tip on that rod, and see if I can find some little stuff. There might be some little dabs, little pout, or even rockling. And I mentioned rockling because tonight there's a prize for the biggest rockling. So we'll see how we get on. I'll show you the bait in a minute. But it's midweek. It's nice to just get out after work. And it is a very nice night. It's only 2 degrees, but there's virtually no wind at all. So it is a very nice night to be down on the beach. Just need some fish. And if you watched one of my last videos, I'm very sorry that one was a blank. And that was 4 days ago from when I'm filming this one. So let's hope it improves from that. But this is a difficult time of year. January, February, March. Now the matches, we're limited to the venues because you've got to find somewhere. Tonight it's about 40 people. So you've got to find a venue where 40 people fit. And it's not always necessarily the best fishing beaches. But it's not about catching loads, it's about catching more than the people around you. So I'll bring you back. I'll get a big bucket of fish. So, usual story for me. Mackerel strip cut very thin. Got some ragworm. Got squid. And I've got some anchovy already chunked up, which I whip on with a bit of squid. Give it a bit more strength. And I've got a few blacks in the freezer box. But that's really going to be it. Frying the anchovy and mackerel at the moment. The ragworm's really, if I have to come in close, which I think I will, once the tide comes in, I'm going to come in close and scratch around. So I just got my just desserts. Last match, I've got another YouTuber fishing in the match tonight called the Sweet Corn Kid, and he didn't catch any fish last time. He just caught 6 whelks. So I renamed him the Whelk Kid, and I've just got my just desserts because second cast I caught a whelk. I don't know if people have that problem around the country, but around here whelks are almost as big a problem as crabs. So 1 hour in and nothing. So it's going to be quiet because of the tide's not in very much, and it's very calm. So I knew we were going to have to wait a bit. The guy next to me has had a rockling, but it was undersized. The guys next to him has had a little pout, but it's undersized. So actually it doesn't feel like a bad match. It feels really quite tense because anyone that can find a couple of small fish could do very well. Might not take much to win this, but it's just finding them. So I'm alternating my casts. I've got this one's at distance, but then I'm alternating with dropping short. At the moment neither of them have worked, but we'll see as the tide comes in which of them starts to work. The guys that have caught have been fairly close in, but is it worth coming in if I'm only going to catch fish that are undersized? But I'm strangely enjoying it because it's really quite tense. Just need that lucky fish. I'm probably going to blank, but if two fish, I'll be very pleased with this evening. Just got to find them. So I just had my first bite. Don't think it stuck around, but at least it's a sign of life. Just as I tightened that up, the line snapped. So that's why it's handy to have a second rod set up. So if you do have something like that, you're not, you don't lose too much fishing. So I'm back out. I can now go and sort that other rod out. Well, I've had a shocking second hour. So I think I got on camera that I had a bite, but as I reeled in, tried to pull the weight out and the line snapped. So the line was obviously damaged. So I went back to my scratching rod while I sorted out change of reels on the other rod, and when it was time to cast the century back out, I had a crack off, so it was back onto the scratching rod again. Anyway, got a new shock leader on, got the century back out, and I've just had a pout, and it's barely 16 centimeters, and minimum's 18. So bit of a shocking second hour. Sort of night, if this was a pleasure trip, I'd probably pack up and go home. It's sort of picking up. I've just had a double shot of pout, but I suspect they're both undersized. 16. And 17. Okay. Oh. Yeah, 16 and 17. That was the first bite I've had on the scratching rod. Probably it's hard to tell on this rod, everything feels heavy. That's a fish. I bet that's undersized as well. That's a little dab. Is that taken? Oh, take the middle hook. Haha, it's in! Yes, I didn't blank. Woo. Yep. So I didn't blank, but I would had the camera pointing in the wrong direction. 19 centimetres. At least I'm on the card. Right, so that's last cast out there now. But I have just got another pout, and I bet it's something like 17 centimetres. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, it's in. Oh, right. I'll see you guys in the car park. Oh.
Here we go. Longest fish tonight. Dogfish of 52, shared between 4 people. First one on the list, Nick Pateman.
Well, Nick. Well, Nick.
Well done,
How are
you, mate? Well done, Nick. Second on the list, Jimmy Jenkins.
Well done, Jimmy.
Is that there, mate? Well done.
That's first.
Third on the list, Dean Scott Dennis. Dean.
Cheers, mate.
And last but not least, Jim Stanhope. Jim, is he still here? Come on, Jim. There you go, mate. Nice one. Next up, zone winners. Starting with third place in zone A, with a total of 150 centimetres, Robbie Jim.
Well done, Robbie.
Well done, Robbie. third place Zone B with a total of 67 centimetres, Mark Casely.
Well,
Well, Mark.
Mark.
Well, mate. Second place Zone A, total of 151 centimetres, Wayne Halfway. And in Zone B with a total of 71 centimetres, Ian Knight. Is he still in? Is he shot off? He shot off. I'll put a note on that.
Yeah, text break, take come first.
I'll let him know.
Well, alright.
And now tonight's winners, Zone A with 264 centimetres, Jimmy.
Well done,
Well done, Jimmy. And Zone B first, here we go, Jim Stanhope
Well done, Jim.
with 138 centimetres. Well done, Jim. Well done, Jim. It's worth coming out for, wasn't it, mate? Hey? Happy days. Well done, guys.